Hey y'all, this is Marley K. Hope y'all are well. Got a story that I want to share with you now. I want to do a disclaimer. This is from that online magazine called The Cool Down. And I told y'all about a lot of these magazines kind of popping up, pushing this WEF Pope agenda, and they've got a bunch of climate stuff. So keep that in mind, why it's being put out, why it's being pushed, because there's an agenda behind it. But for this particular story, it was a little alarming to me because, um, one, there's a declaration of a health emergency. We're getting ready to go into this season this month where they are meeting, they being the powers, all the nations are meeting with the World Health Organization to ratify this pandemic treaty and to amend or accept whatever recommendations they've made. And this will give power to the World Health Organization in order to do whatever they say they want to do in order to um, stop the spread of pestilences and plagues and stuff. This story is extremely alarming to me because it's in Brazil, Rio de Janeiro. If you know anything about Brazil, it is where the largest pocket of scattered Israelites are. Um, more um, Hebrews were taken to Brazil than any other place during the transatlantic slave trade. So there's a huge population of Afro-Latinos in Brazil. And of course, the powers know where we are. They know who we are. We don't know who we are. And this is concerning to me because this could be a prelude of what could happen to, scattered Israelites in other places. So, you could take this with a grain of salt. I just got my tinfoil hat on this morning because I stay concerned about my people and trying to, always stay a couple steps ahead of what these folks are doing. Um, so I'm going to read this story to you. So it says officials declare health emergency as disease sweeps through major city. Early treatment makes all the difference. So they want to treat you with some stuff. See how they keep on wanting to give us solutions. This is why you got to get your immune cell system up. This is why you got to be careful. And I'm going to just be honest with y'all. I know folks are like, masks don't work and mask this and mask that. Y'all know the adversary plays both sides. And I honestly, I don't know why this just keeps sticking out to me. But I think the mask thing was politicized so that when the next airborne thing is put out there, um, people are not going to wear a mask because they are going to feel like it doesn't protect you. They're going to feel like it won't help you. They don't want to be made fun of. But that could be the very thing that keeps infection from going in your nose or your mouth. If those are the airways, if it's airborne, that's how you're going to get it. You're going to get it in your eyes, your nose, or your mouth. So if they're covered, you're safe. But for some reason, they don't want us to wear a mask, and they keep on changing these health mandates and these recommendations and these best practices all of a sudden. And so we just got to be careful. We got to think, I hate to say, we got to think wickedly in order to navigate what's coming. So, if they tell you to do something, you might want to not do what they say. If they tell you to go someplace, you might not want to go there. If they tell you to take something, you might not want to take it. And again, I'm not a doctor. I'm not a healthcare provider. I'm not giving medical advice. I'm just teaching about trickery, shenanigans, and the tools and devices the adversary uses to ensnare Yah's people. So let's get into the story. So it came out on March the 7th, 2024. So it says in 2024, Rio de Janeiro is seeing a major spike in cases of dengue compared to 2023 levels, as reported by the BBC. This understandably caused a state of concern ahead of carnival celebrations in February. What's happening? Dengue is a disease carried by mosquitoes, and y'all know they already done genetically modified the mosquitoes to give you the cootie bug, so they can unleash these things anytime, any place. And I know y'all probably saw the video earlier. I don't know, I guess it was last year or maybe the year before last, where people were at an outdoor, black people were at an outdoor festival in Maryland or somewhere in the DMV, somewhere up north. And all of a sudden, everybody was fanning, getting bit by these mosquitoes. Well, nobody ever really talked about what happened afterwards, but it's just like a swarm of things just started biting people just out of the blue. People were having a good time, then all of a sudden, mosquitoes came. So it could be the same sort of thing, and this happened in Florida too. With I can't remember the name of the Zika. Um, in that part of the region of the world, from Florida on down to South America. So seems like certain groups of people are targeted with certain things, and it's because we've all been studied. If you are black, you've been studied to death, and they dug you up and studied you some more. So this is how we are always infected with something. So it says dengue is a disease um, carried by mosquitoes. Symptoms of dengue include fever, rash, muscle spasms, and joint pains, which have led to it also being known as break bone fever. While most dengue cases are asymptomatic and not fatal, there are still reports of 400 million cases per year and associated with 40,000 deaths, according to the CDC. Compared to the 2023 total number of cases of 23,000, the disease quadrupled in spread in January 2024 alone, according to the BBC. Well, how? How? Uh, as of February, leading up to Carnival in Rio, there were 10,000 cases of dengue. So it says Carnival sees massive crowds of people and an increase in visitors to Brazil, causing a heightened risk of dengue. So check this out. It says, why is the spike in dengue concerning? Climate change has been a major factor in the increase of dengue cases. How? The record heat in the country and above average rainfall since last year, even before the summer, have increased the number of mosquito breeding sites in Brazil, even in regions that have few cases of disease. Brazil's health minister, Nícia Trindade, stated in a New York Times report. As the planet experiences rising temperatures, dengue-carrying mosquitoes will be and have been able to thrive in new regions like Europe and the US, where historically have not had dengue in the past. And we got it now because bring it over here and open it up and let it out. What is being done about dengue? This is important. In Rio, multiple precautions were rolled out to mitigate dengue cases during Carnival. There is a vaccine for dengue, which, although not widespread in Brazil, will be made available in highly populated cities to protect vulnerable people. Rio has also opened 10 dengue treatment centers to increase access to care for those infected with the disease. Early treatment makes all the difference, said Rio's Health Secretary Daniel Sorans. In general, Brazil is urging people to use repellent and to rid their homes of any stagnant water, which serves as a breeding ground for mosquitoes. Additionally, fumigators are spraying insecticides around the city. Across the world, the focus on preventing and forecasting dengue has been significant as countries prepare to see cases increase. Alongside the typical increase in education and awareness about dengue and how it spreads, some countries, such as Singapore, have begun releasing specifically bred mosquitoes that carry a bacteria called Wolbachia in the wild. Now, who in the hell is sitting here making mosquitoes with bacteria that prevents transmission of disease? Like, you know what I'm saying? Who is doing this? When all we got to do is pray and get on our knees, and the Father will just take care of all of our problems. But these people got to be God and always doing something. It is so weird. So weird. Anywho, overall, the dengue spikes worldwide signify the importance of continuing research into how to prevent the spread of an outbreak before an outbreak begins. So this is the end of this. But anyway, I just wanted to share with y'all. The children of corn don't stop. They like Diddy. Can't stop, won't stop. They just ain't gonna stop. So what we need to be looking out for is if this is one of the things that gets who involved. As you can see, they already have plans to give people BAPs, and they're inciting fear. So there's going to be a constant, ongoing tactic, and we hopefully have learned from 2020 and other things that have been happening since maybe 2008, 2009 with SARS, and do what we need to do in order to protect ourselves. If you know what's coming, you can do some research on to take preventative measures for yourself and your family, and pray to the Most High that He shows you what you need to do during these times, because there are lots and lots of things that you can do, and we unfortunately are not told to told what to do that could prevent a lot of this stuff. But some of the stuff you can't prevent anyway, because they are intentional about making sure it gets to certain populations. Notice they talk about where it is. It's always where a lot of people are, and a lot of our people. So keep in mind where these things pop up at, and look at the populations of the Afro-Latino populations, and understand a lot of these Israelites are in South America, in particular in Brazil. So I don't think it's by accident, and we need to be aware of what's going on so that we can protect ourselves and our people. Pray for the Israelites scattered all over the earth, because they are going to try to take us out before we are gathered. And we got to do our best to try to navigate what's coming so we can endure to the end. All right, please like this video, share, and subscribe to the channel. Hit that bell notification so that you'll be notified each and every time I upload new content. Follow me on Odyssey, Rumble, Instagram, and on Facebook. The links are in the description. Also, if you'd like to support the channel financially, the links are for Venmo and Coffee at the very end of the description section. Most importantly, keep prepping, keep praying, keep seeking the Most High. Repent for your sins daily, sins of commission and sins of omission. Cry out to the Most High, because we are living in some really wicked times, and people are trying to make sure that the Israelites do not make it out of here. It's not necessarily people, it's the adversary, and people are allowing themselves to be used. And so we need to pray that those people wake up. We need to pray that the adversary is not successful, and that everything he does is a failure. No weapon formed against us will prosper. We want health and we want peace, and we need to pray for our people, because there are going to be a lot of attacks on us, and some of the attacks we're not going to know what's coming. So if this is a playbook, we just need to be keeping watch and making sure that we do what we need to do to keep ourselves healthy, to keep ourselves clean, and to understand the adversary is the prince of the air. And as long as he's allowed time to destroy, he will. So make sure you are prayed up and you have faith, not fear, so that you can be protected. All right. This is Marley K, and I'm out.